Exploring quantum body and beyond, I thought what I would share with you today is some reflections on language, sound, alphabet, phonemes as fundamental aspects of creation. So, of course, my views come from not so much the scientific worldview, but from wisdom traditions like Kashmir Shaivism, Buddhism, Vedanta, and so on. In Kashmir Shaivism, the matrikas are considered the divine feminine aspects, representing the primal sounds or phonemes, phonemes of the Sanskrit language, sounds, phonemes. These phonemes are considered not only the building blocks of language, but also the vibrational essence from which the entire universe arises. The concept of matrika is deeply rooted in the philosophy of Kashmir Shaivism, which is a school of non-dualistic Shiva or Shaivite philosophy. But it's related to Vedanta and other non-dual traditions, Advaita included. So just let's discuss this from a spiritual point of view. Shiva's power in this model is Shakti, the divine feminine. And Kashmir Shaivism posits that the ultimate reality, Shiva, is static, unchanging, like the screen on this computer or on your handheld device. However, on the screen is a program going on, and that is the Shakti, which is the appearance of the unmanifest. And the power of sound is considered very important here, and it is called spanda, the pulsation or vibration that underlies all of creation. Matrika is seen as the embodiment of these vibrational energies. Each letter of the Sanskrit alphabet represents a specific frequency, and the combination of these frequencies forms the basis of the material world. So this is also called Shabda Brahman. The matrika is associated with Shabda Brahman, the transcendental sound or the divine word, also called Shruti, that which is heard, revelation, heard. What you hear is a sound or a thought, but there is no sound anywhere. And the brain, it's just the hearing in the subtle body. And this Shabda Brahman is the transcendental sound or the divine word, the word that became the flesh of the material world. According to Kashmir Shaivism, the creative power of Shakti is expressed through the vibration of sound, and the matrika is the repository of divine sounds. And the entire universe is considered an expression of these primal sounds. And then there are many layers of these primal sounds, including what are called in these wisdom traditions the mantras for manifestation. Mantras for manifestation. So as I was thinking about that, I also, decided to actually check whether we can basically connect this in some way to modern theories such as string theory, because string theory is a theory about vibrations. So I went on my usual search using various AI engines and asked a simple question. Does string theory, the understanding of string theory is basically the understanding of vibrations of the vacuum. Can we start with that? Vacuum state, ground zero, fundamental reality, and it vibrates and it becomes the universe, which is very Vedantic. Brahman is the undisturbed state of consciousness, and Brahman, the universe, is the appearance of the consciousness. So I asked many AI chatbots whether this actually made any sense, connecting primal sounds, primordial sounds to um, the manifestation of the universe. And this is what I got. Very interesting. Visualizing the fundamental unit of reality. The idea of tiny string like objects replacing point like particles is easier to grasp than pure abstract fields. Vibrations of these strings provide a clear picture for explaining different particles and their properties. Also, string theory offers a promising avenue to include gravity in the quantum framework, which has been a major challenge in traditional physics. So, we could think of string theory as vibrations in fundamental reality or vacuum. While vibrations play a crucial role, they are not the only aspect. Additional concepts like supersymmetry, extra dimensions, and branes come into play to fully understand the theory. However, it is important to realize that what we call the vacuum is not just empty. In string theory, the vacuum isn't just empty space. It is seen as the lowest energy state of the string's vibrational modes, containing a complex underlying structure and potentially hidden dimensions. String theory proposes that the fundamental building blocks of reality are tiny, vibrating strings existing in a higher dimensional vacuum. Different vibrational modes and interactions of these strings give rise to the fundamental forces and particles we observe, including gravity. The vacuum itself is not empty, but harbors its own complexities and hidden structures. Remember, string theory is an ongoing and developing area of research with many open questions. While vibrations of the vacuum provides a relatable starting point, a deeper understanding requires the additional nuances and complexities of the theory itself. So there we are. We are getting closer to the hidden dimensions that inform and structure the universe. And those hidden dimensions are, in my view, the multidimensional consciousness of the infinite being. I'd love to know your feedback.